We live in a world where we think that there are a group of individuals that are special, that are unique, that lead the way in different ideals and concepts, lead the way in positivity, lead the way in negativity, lead the way in good deeds, and lead the way in negative deeds. And what I really want you to understand is that when it comes to this concept of leaders and leadership, to always keep in mind that you are a leader. You are, in fact, a leader in your reality. The reality that you are experiencing is the reality that you are creating. Now, the issue is you haven't been aware that you've been creating this reality the whole time. And therefore, the reality that you're experiencing is one that you don't find ideal, that you find disheartening, right? Uncomfortable, that you find is a representation of us living through hell, right? But in reality, the truth of the matter is that you are just unaware. And so as you come into this awareness, right, by ways of really tapping into the knowledge that is within you and your consciousness leading you, leading your ego, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind through the darkness, you are now coming into a space where you are becoming ready. You're prepping, you're preparing yourself to come into the realization that you are in fact the leader of life. And though, yes, there are times when we are so inspired by other individuals that we support them, right? We have their back, right? And we help them to get their goal or whatever achievement that they have to get it pushed through and get it across. And a big part of that is recognizing that you have certain skill sets and this individual may have certain skill sets, and you acknowledge that they are a manifester, right? They are the one who is taking charge of this particular idea, concept, this particular movement. And so, yes, though you can quote unquote follow this leader in this particular ideal because you feel like they are better equipped, have the skill sets to actually get it done and push it through, you have to acknowledge that you are key toward that success. But really what I'm talking about when I talk about leadership here today is the leadership of your reality, of your life, of understanding who you are. Because a lot of times we are looking at these other individuals who are miraculous and amazing and inspiring and beautiful, and we are separating ourselves from them in a way that makes you feel less than, makes you feel inadequate. You are comparing yourselves to the way they are being and who they are being and what they are achieving or have achieved, as if you don't have the skills, the ability, the power to do that for yourself as well. And this is where the disconnect is. This is where my teachings come in. This is where spirituality comes in, because you must understand that you are not to look at them in comparison. You are to look at them with the understanding that they are you. You are them. If they can do it, then most certainly you have the skills and the ability to do it as well. So as you create your life and you seek fulfillment, joy, and happiness, and all of these things that you feel like may be lacking, it is because you're not owning your leadership role in your life. You are just simply waiting for either somebody to come and save you. You're waiting to maybe be led by somebody else, because even if you were to come across an amazing individual, a leader in a particular movement that you believe in, the truth of the matter is that though it may give you fulfillment, it may give you some joy to be a part of that movement, it still cannot fulfill you in the way that you can fulfill yourself by being a leader in your own life, in your own reality. So you must understand that it is all up to you. And the sooner you accept that, yes, you may go through a phase of it feeling heavy, it feeling daunting, it feeling like, oh, everything is my fault. But once you truly embrace this understanding, this fundamental truth of life and spirituality, you will quickly get over that hump. And then you will get into a place where you are realizing that everything is a choice and everything is pleasure. And it all comes down to the point of coming into the self-realization that you are the creator, the God of your universe. And this is where things begin to make perfect sense. When it comes to our ideas about suffering, negativity, the things that are causing the most pain in your life and in other people's lives, is there to wake you up to this self-realization. And once you acknowledge that all aspects of quote unquote negativity or low frequency experiences and vibrations are there to give you perspective, so you understand the contrast of the high frequency, the beauty, the amazement in the world, the joy in the world, then you realize that it is all connected. They are just simply spectrums, right? The good, the bad are simply a spectrum of the same existence, which is life. And life is all beautiful. You need the bad to experience the good, okay? You need the good to experience the bad. But they're all connected in the great experience of this gift of life. And as soon as you come to that ownership, then you can take the lead in your life and who you are, recognizing that you are divinity expressing itself as you. You are God individualized as you. And as soon as you accept that, then life becomes a gift. It becomes an adventure. It becomes a joy to experience. But you have to step out of this idea that someone or something is going to pull you out of this suffering, that something or someone is going to help you, so to speak, or get rid of the suffering and take it away from you. When the only person, the person who can do that, is the person whom has always been there, and that is yourself. You have always been there every step of the way. And you have experienced all of these things every step of the way because unconsciously you have created those things. And it's not a bad thing that you have created those things, because you creating those negative situations or those bad experiences thus made you who you are today. They were a part of your journey. They're essentially your origin story. And so as you are at a place of awakening and coming into the realization of like, hey, this is who I am, right? As a result of all the experiences I've had, now I understand why I had those experiences. And thus I can take power, right, over my life, because when I was creating those experiences, it is because I didn't know my own power. So now I know my own power. Those quote unquote negative experiences, which is on one side of the spectrum of life, can now shift over into the positive experiences, which is on the other spectrum of life. And it is simply a matter of not identifying or going along with the ego. And now you are awakening and you are conscious about your role in life and who you are and all that you can create. And so now you're being led by your consciousness, which ultimately is the other spectrum, the other side of the spectrum, which ultimately represents joy, happiness, and fulfillment. So now once you get into that side of the spectrum, you cannot really go all the way back to the other side entirely. So if you're somebody who has, you've been down the wrong and the negative aspects and you really hit rock bottom in life, when you come into this understanding, that rock bottom can never happen again. You had that experience. And then once you get out of that experience, though, yeah, you may have experiences that are similar, but they happen in these quick, finite moments, but you never remain back at that space. You just simply are reminded. And it is just to give you more perspective and understanding and more of an awakening as to, okay, this is really what I want, right? You want that positive frequency, that positive side of the spectrum. And when you understand that, yeah, you're going to get some little tidbits and reminders as to who you are and what you are actively choosing now versus what you were and what you were unintentionally choosing because you were unaware, you were unconscious at that point. But now you are fully conscious, and now you are awake, and now you own your leadership role in your life. And this is why you will create all the things you wish to materialize, all the experiences you wish to have, all the emotions you wish to express, and ultimately experience the life that you truly, truly are here to experience and live out your purpose to the fullest of your ability. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and also get access to this free ebook, The Power Within. You will also be invited to my free webinar series, Manifestation Monday Morning Meetings, which happen every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Absolutely free. So make sure you set your alarms. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.